Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get back into the Advance Wars 2 campaign. This time we're going to do Olaf's mission. I really like this mission. We'll get into it in a second. It's a bit random, but I really, I think this is probably the best fleshed out moment in this game. Other than, I'm trying to think if there's any other really good one. Kinda. But this one I like a lot. What was found in Olaf's hometown? Let's keep moving. Everyone advance. There's a city up ahead. We can rest there. Commander, you're certainly in high spirits today. Yeah, it's snowing up ahead, or... Easy. Eventually I'm gonna learn to read, guys. Yeah, it's snowing up ahead, or something. Pardon me, Commander. May I ask what lies ahead? Ha! It's about time someone asked me that. To be honest, we'll soon arrive in the town where I was born. What's that? Your hometown? That's right. Been a long time since I left to join the army. Imagine everyone will be surprised to see how far I've risen in this world. Oh, yes. So you're really just excited about showing them how important you are. Watch out, y'all. Olaf's coming home. City's coming into view, sir. It's... What? What happened here? So this is called Toy Box. Welcome to my playground. Since you've come so far, would you like to play? You fiend! What have you done? Something wrong? You don't like my playground? My hometown, the town square. What are you talking about? I don't see any of that stuff. Oh, those must be places that got broke during my field tests. Anyways, I've hidden a goodie in one of these properties. Think you could find it? Colin. Rick, Colin, stay out of this. This fight is mine. So, some fun things about this. I really like how just random this map is. I believe this map's a little smaller than the one that you play in the hard campaign. But it's definitely different than the hard campaign. I can tell that immediately. But I really like how just random, completely random this map is. In the hard campaign, they actually put a port in so you could produce ship units like a battleship, which again, just here's your river, you know, this is sea, this is a river, this is a river, there's sea over here, you know, this is a shoal. Just the randomness of this map I just love. I mean, this is exactly how I imagine Lash's mind works. You know, this is what it would look like if she was able to just go wild on something. And in addition, Olaf is kind of like Santa Claus. His original design in the Japanese version, he had a little Santa hat on. And in the Japanese version, his beard is white. So usually when I get the option to change his color scheme, I usually change it over to the white. I just kind of... It doesn't really matter one way or another. It doesn't change anything else other than the color of his hair. I just think he looks a little more distinguished with the all-white hair. Okay, so we're gonna start out by capturing some bases here. Let's see here, 40. Yeah, I wanna try to get to here. That's kind of an important place on this map. Because it's obviously center located and will give us a good forward operating base. The city, okay, never mind. I was gonna say the city to the top of the screen that's in the center, this one right here, usually fought over pretty heavily. So I don't usually go for it right away, just because by the time you get over here to capture it, there's a guy already moving in this direction. He'll start dealing damage to you before you can finish capturing it. So, you up, and then, let's see here. I have an artillery eventually. Recon would be okay, but not on this map. We'll save up for a tank here. So let's produce let's just produce another infantry. Alright, and we'll produce a tank up this way. You're gonna move towards the center. You can also kind of move in that direction. No, we'll take you. Yeah, we'll do that. You'll move into the city on the next turn, so you'll move north. So I'm gonna bring the tank out here. We're gonna follow up behind with an infantry unit. You're gonna start capturing here. You could move down to capture this. Okay, and let's see here. Build the artillery now. Up right there. It doesn't really build anything that's threatening other than this recon unit. It's not going to be enough to dissuade me, though. Take a look where the recon can end up. The mountains. And then, yeah. Save up the money some more. Got the dead infantry. Do some more damage here. By damaging the infantry, it's not really doing too much damage to the tank, and as he heals 2 every turn, it helps to... it doesn't really deplete all that many funds, but it'll deplete some funds, which will, you know, help us out as we move forward here. And I can move you across like that. Let's, we'll move you here. Here, what do I want to do? Yeah, we'll build the recon here. Put you here so you can start taking on those guys. And then... tank. And another infantry. Dead infantry. So I'm gonna have to start producing infantry and bringing them in slowly. Alright, so you are gonna fire on this guy. And then we're gonna start capturing this city. We'll bring the, I think we're gonna bring the, you're gonna come here. It'll take a couple turns to do that. Going to put a big punch on this guy here. That's good, he's damaged. I'm gonna come down here and shoot this guy. And then let's see how much funds I have. Got 800, so that's enough for another tank. Let's, yeah, let's build another artillery here. I think that'll probably be a good idea. Move the guys up, and then we'll produce 2 infantry back here and slowly move them up. Okay. Just what I wanted to see. Well, minus that part. Excellent. First things first. You are... do that. I'm gonna use you guys like this. You're gonna take lots of damage. Okay. Capturing here. You'll move up to here. The tank will move up as well. Eventually, Lash is going to get her power, but we'll just have to be patient with that because once she gets the power, when she gets that power, that's going to be a wasted turn for me, particularly if the units are in any amount of cover. Issue here. Blunt. We're gonna move you off this here. Kind of want to do damage. I'm gonna have to be patient. I can't really do much with you, so we'll move you down to here. You can take care of this guy. And then we'll snake the infantry down. Yep, I gotta wait. Because that recon unit's gonna heal up to 4, so that's gonna do some pretty rad damage on my guy. Stay out of your range. You guys are gonna come this way. A little short on what I need. I want to build a rocket. I'm short on cash right now. So I'm gonna have to just be patient, I guess. And check our... Okay, so I'll get 8,000 more gold. So I can spend 7,000 gold on this turn. Should be a tank. Pretty good. Or let's see if we have any other options here. We'll go tank. That's fine. And we will, like I said, save up for the missile or the rocket unit. Okay. Well, that is a dead guy. Okay, by me. See what we got going. Okay. So what we'll do here? Have any damage? Plus more damage. Need to get rid of you as well. I will move you down to here. And that'll allow me to put some damage on the incoming mechanized unit. Good. Okay, you up. Yeah, let's do this. Move you up to here. You start shooting on this guy. Very good. Out of range, so we'll move you in here. Clean you up. I am 100 funds short of that rocket that I want. That's very unfortunate. You have to be patient. All you have to do. So we'll produce a mechanized unit. And you guys can move up a little bit. And we'll end our turn. Oops. Shoot him with the tank. Be enough to get rid of him. Very good. You, I don't think, can make it all the way over. So what we'll do is we'll move you here. You're going to move to here. And then you're going to move across the path here. And now we get the rockets. So let's do this. Good. Very good. You can come down here and you can start capturing. Very good. You're going to remain out of range here for the time being. With him in range, we're just going to I'm going to kind of move these guys into position without actually putting them in harm's way. Right, and let's see what they do. Okay, that's expected. 30. I wonder what I'm going to do. So curious. Not enough damage. Not enough damage. Not enough damage. Commander, we recovered this from a property we captured. What's that? Well, I'll be. What you got there is a map pinpointing an enemy lab. Lab? What do you mean? Where the enemy's working on their new weapon. It would make things might easier if we could get some of those new weapons for our side too. I don't like it, using enemy weapons. Well, we know the location. Least we can do is stop in and take a look-sees. Alright. You're gonna get beat up. And we'll think about pushing on the next turn here. Kind of want to see where we end up. Okay, this isn't too bad because he moved his mech into the range of my artillery. So this would be a time to pop the power. I usually save up for Olaf's superpower, but this will work well in slowing the enemy down and do this first. And then we'll move the mechanized in 2 spaces. Like that. Tank's gonna move in on the next turn. Deal damage to the artillery. Artillery won't be able to be killed, I don't think, on this turn. We're just gonna have to be patient. Okay, good. Alright, and then we're gonna push with our infantry troops here. You come back. I'm gonna send you back. You are gonna move here. It's 31 damage. 5 damage. This up here is a complete cluster. I'm moving out of here. Okay, you can move down to here. I'll move you up to here. Alright, and let's just start plopping out troops here. Alright, so first things first. You're dead. We're gonna move in with the tanks. Any as I can get in here. Let's start with the back tank first. Okay, so the back tank cannot reach. He will just move into position. This guy is gonna come in here and do some damage. Good. And then we're gonna cover up the base here with the other tank and take out, well, damage this recon unit. Okay. And then we're gonna move our infantry troops in just like this. We're gonna go on the mountain. And you are good to go. I can't do anything with you, so I think we're gonna go this direction. And then I'll just start bringing you in like this. You can keep moving backwards. And let's produce some anti-air units here. I like the big damage they do. Down. Right. Let that go at that. A15. Right, that's okay. That was not a good trade for Christopher. That's a dead guy. Ugh. I thought he would be better off in the city there, with the defense, and then I mean the river that they're on. I mean, they get no defense from that. That did not seem to matter at all, though. You're gonna come down here. Infantry units are gonna go as far as they can go towards the base. So you're gonna move right to here. You can move here, capture. I'm gonna move you off. You can capture here. Up. You can move 2 spaces. I'm going to move you up 1 space. You're going to come all the way over to here. 60 damage. Let's do that. Make you reach. Here. Alright, so some cheap infantry units round out our score. I've had enough. I'm bored now. This is her superpower, which basically makes her untouchable in terrain. It doubles whatever terrain stars she has. So for that city that she's sitting on, she's going to get 6 terrain stars. The ones that are in the river, because you don't get any terrain stars here. You know, you don't get, 0 times whatever the number is, so... 35 damage on this guy, 63 damage on this guy. I mean, it's just kind of silly. You're gonna move up 1, you're gonna move up 1, you're gonna move to here. You're gonna capture. You're gonna capture. And you are gonna capture. And then we'll move you up like this. You can come over here. You can come over here. And like I said, we're just going to produce some more cheap infantry units. Build our score. Our turn. Day 17. This might have been too many days for a 300S rank. But nevertheless, we're going to give it a college try. Alright, that should be about it for killing guys. Back you off, infantry. You can move forward. Free, you can move forward. Infantry. Capture. Uh-oh, this might be trouble. Oh well, I guess I'll have to find some place new to play. Toodles! This is it. This is where my house used to be. Commander. Over there. It was the town square. I played here all day with the other kids in the neighborhood. It didn't matter how much snow was on the ground. It didn't bother us at all. Look right here. Can you see the outlines of the square? Fall off. Black hole. For this, there can be no forgiveness.
Mission complete.
Yep. No forgiveness. My power ranking stinky poop. Oh well. I'll continue fighting until my country is restored. Oh, Olaf. You are a comic character in Advance Wars 1. In Advance Wars 2, you are the most real character. Alright, so... as I mentioned in an earlier video, once you beat 2 of the 3 Blue Moon and then in Yellow Comet, it'll work the same way. Missions, it'll unlock the other missions. So there'll be an extra Grit mission as well as a Colin and Olaf mission unlocked. And then also we unlock the lab mission for Blue Moon. We're going to save it here. When we come back, we're going to do this lab mission. Unlock the Neo tanks, and then we'll work on the other levels or the other missions as we continue on. So I will talk to you guys next time, and see ya.